I was doing so many different things. Lots and lots of things inspired me. I didn't want to pigeonhole myself into one thing because I'm very kind of ADD. I like to switch from thing to thing, but you know, quite frequently. So I had to work out a career that was I could be really good at. I could really develop to the point of like mastery, if you like, whilst at the same time entertaining, but you know, multiple different careers, like pursuits. So I mean, when I thought about it, acting was the only thing I could really do. So it's kind of like a very, I find it quite an organic, holistic choice. It was the only thing I could really do. It wasn't like I was pushed into it or anything. So that's why I'm, you know, so foot to the floor with the whole thing. So. Absolutely, I think so. I mean, you know, that's kind of a thing that's been brought in for actors in the last 10 or 15 years. You know, complete body makeovers, because you know people want to see the same stars in the same roles, but they want to see if, because you know there probably are people who can fit these roles. You know, as the people they are. You know, their body shape and everything. But because stars sell films, they have to, you know, fluctuate with their body shape, body weights and looks. So I definitely would, yeah. It's all part of the training process, which I find the most fascinating part of acting. It was very different because number one, I had the character down, so that's number one. I mean, I know the character was, you know, it was innate within me by that point. So I was just looking forward to a redirection from a different director. Obviously the costumes are different and everything. The whole feel of the thing was different. We shot outdoors, our bits, and it's very much a fleeting cameo, but it's a very sort of strong one at that. So the director's very different. David Slade has a definite idea of what he wants from each scene. If he's not getting it, he will go back word by word to make sure he gets it right. He will film with 2 cameras, do 8 or 9 takes, which is completely different to Chris Weiss, who essentially put all the pieces of jigsaw on the table and allowed it to solve itself. And in that respect, it was a more, I'd say, a more sort of spontaneous film, New Moon, whereas Eclipse is going to be a very sort of pinpoint thriller. I think it's going to be a thriller. Yeah, well, obviously got the love story and everything as well, but I'm really looking forward to the whole kind of newborn stuff. I think that's going to be, you know, I think David will do really well with that. I got to tell you, that is the question I hate being asked most, because funny stories. I mean, we all had a great time on set. I mean, the whole Montepulciano experience was very surreal. I'd say there's a lot of surreal experiences I had on set. You know, from the first scene I did in the elevator to shooting in a very small rustic village on top of a mountaintop in Italy, and there was 5,000 fans there. And it was, you know, crazy experience. But funny. I think the funniest thing that happened, the thing I find the most amusing was when I was holding Alice in that pose, and she was so angry at me because I was holding her with one hand. You know, she was like, you need to strangle me properly. You know, because I'm a vampire as well. I'm like, yeah, but I'm Dimitri, you're only Alice. So I will hold you with one hand if I want. And furthermore, you can't do anything about it, so. Yes, make sure you really want to do it and you know that you have something different to give. If you think that you can simply be a good actor without bringing yourself to a role, you can act well without bringing. There's millions of actors out there like that. I would seriously recommend that you understand who you are as a person and understand your competitive edge as an actor, and then really develop that into the roles you take.